Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 10th of March, and I'm looking at Super Double Dragon, or Return of Double Dragon, as it was otherwise known. This was on the Super Nintendo, and, well, this is a first, so let's have a look at it. Right, so, graphically, it's actually not bad. A bit very Streets of Rage vibe with this one. You guys seeing this? Yes, I hope you are. It's nice to see that Sonny from Predator decided that he was going to hit the streets and cause some damage. Anyway, so my initial thought on this is that it's a little bit slow, but you know what? I'm not going to judge the game by its speed at this point, because I think this game has potential to be quite good fun. Now, they have included a two-player option, which, as you know, always flies high on my flagpole, so that we'll come to later on. One thing to note, though, is that the graphics for each brother has now changed, so they have an individual look, which I'm quite pleased about, because I don't think they were ever meant to be twins. Just brothers, not twins. So, yeah, I mean, graphically and animation-wise, it's not bad. It's like Streets of Rage meets Final Fight, and you can't really go wrong with that, can you? I love the fact that, I think this is Billy that I'm playing as. He's decided to wear his Ugg boots today. Yes. But, yeah, graphically it's quite nice. Colours are nice and vibrant, which is always a good thing, because washed-out colours don't do games any favours. Oh, right. He's not going to let me get up, is he? No. Captain Boomerang there. No, Oh, and he's hit his own bloke. He's really angry, this one, isn't he? Anyway. So you've got a multitude of different characters and weapons, which is always nice. Because sometimes games do weapons and they don't actually do a very good job when you come to utilise them. Now you've got different weapons here. You've got knives, you've got nunchucks, there's a guy holding a staff down there, so we'll have a look at that in a sec, because I'm going to try and disarm him if I get the chance. And the other thing is you've got the option to grab hold of your opponents and beat the snot out of them. It's great. So yes. But we'll come on to controls and stuff in a minute. Sound-wise, it's not too bad. Nice thumpy sort of beat soundtrack as we go along. There's some real vibes of Target Renegade here too. So there we are. Let's have a look at the HUD before I head on to the audio actually. So there you've got your score in the top, player portrait, how many lives you've got, and that's your health in the blue bar. Now there's a red bar underneath my name there. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we'll go as we'll play as we go. I think it's probably the best thing. Oh, so we've got a guy with more Ugg boots. They must have been in fashion at this point, because he's wearing them too. Right. I'm guessing we're going to get ambushed in the elevator, which is, you know, a weird sequel to Love in an Elevator. But it's nice to see a bit of variety with the levels. It's not just platform, 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 or street, street, street. You've got a little bit of variety, and variety is the name of the game. Actually, the name of the game is Double Dragon, but hey. It's nice to see that they didn't go with the sort of tournament fighting one. I do believe there was a Double Dragon tournament fighting game, though. I never really got on with them, especially when you've got used to the fact that it should be a side-scrolling beat-em-up. They did the same with Turtles. They did Turtles Tournament Fighters, and I never really got on with that one either. But I'm still going to look at it at some point, because, well, that's what I do. Yeah, so I'm actually having quite a lot of fun with this now. Once you get used to the sort of slow speed of the walking and animations, it's actually quite good fun. So I would say, yeah, have a go at this game. I think you'll quite like it. I like the fact he's trying to do a hook kick. That's quite nice. obviously you can throw people into each other, which is nice as well. So if you're in a bit of a tight spot, the enemy patterns are basically the same, so they will come and try and sort of box you in. But you have an option here to throw the guys around into each other and sort of break up that box effect, which is cool. But yeah, it's nice. The only thing is, there's no sort of idle animation. You just stand there and he doesn't move. Normally they sort of like bounce up and down, ready for the next one. But he just no, they don't. That's a bit disappointing. It's not a game breaker by any stretch, but it would have been nice just to have had a little animation of him. You know, what was he doing? Anyway, it's a shame they didn't include just a little bit of bounce animation. That would have made a big difference, I think, because it does look like you've frozen up, which is obviously not the case. But there we are. Now, sound-wise, it is nice. You've got this nice soundtrack coming on. It gives you that nice sort of. It doesn't grate on you. The classic Double Dragon theme is in here as well, which is great. Quite a lot of levels to plough through. I believe there's like 7 levels or something like that, which is not too bad. And obviously nice deep thuds and impacts when you're punching the crap out of people, which is always nice as well. I don't know if this guy in the suit is a boss or whether it's just a different character, but hey, we'll beat the snot out of him anyway. A bit of repetition on the mobs, but then we're used to that with the sort of likes of Final Fight and that anyway, because you know, Final Fight realistically only had about 5-6 mobs that had different appearances. Then there was recolors of the same characters with different names. These guys don't seem to have names. They don't even have hitboxes to tell you how much health they've got left. So there we are. Not too concerned though. I love that roundhouse. Oh no, he beat me. He beat me up. I mean, Captain Slick over here. Playability, you know, is actually quite good fun. And given the fact you've got a 2-player option, like I said earlier on, you can have 2 players simultaneously, which is great fun, as you would know. Because you can't beat a game that has 2-player support, and especially if it's simultaneous. You haven't got to wait for your friend to finish his go, and then you've got to either sit there and wait for him to mess up, so you get a turn, or wait for him to finish the level, so you get a turn. I mean, yes, I've suggested doing that anyway with games in the past, but why not? You know, if it's 1 player, make it a 2-player, 3, 4-player, whatever. But it's always that superiority of having your friend with you on the screen at the same time as you. Now, I think that's a really good feature. I like 2-player games. Just out of interest, has anybody ever got a couple of friends around an arcade machine and played Turtles or Simpsons or anything like that had the 4-player option? Have you actually maxed out the amount of controllers that the machine has? Let me know, because I've never actually done that. I've had 2-player Turtles, but never had enough friends, oh, pity me, to actually engage in a full set of 4. Controls are quite nice as well, actually, and they're quite responsive. So you've got left, right, up, down, obviously. And then you've got jump, which the only thing is the button layout's a bit weird. X is jump, weirdly, but you can press any button while you're jumping to execute a flying kick, which is quite nice, like that. It's like a, I wonder who he stole that maneuver from. Ken, Ryu. Oh dear, excuse me. Then you've got your punch and kick, and then grapple, and then you've got a couple of extra options when you grapple them. So all in all, there's quite a lot of combinations that you can use. Once you've actually grabbed hold of the person, you can either punch them in the face, headbutt them, and also the other thing is, while you've got hold of somebody, you can actually kick behind you. So if you're in a grapple and you get somebody sneak up behind you, then it's fairly easy to just execute a back kick and get them out of the way. So that's another nice feature that they thought of. But then, you know, Double Dragon, you can't really go wrong unless it's Rosetta Stone, in which case that sucks ass. But there we go. I'm just not going to talk about that. As far as I'm concerned, they can erase that from my memory and the history books, because it was absolutely bum. That's probably the most polite way I can say that without swearing. Yes, indeed. So, yes. Playability wise, it is actually very, very playable. Once you get past that initial slowness, it's really good fun. And I think if you're a beat 'em up fan, you're going to enjoy this. If you're a Double Dragon fan, you're going to enjoy this. If you've never played a Double Dragon game, where have you been living? In a cave? So yes, go and have a go. That's all I can say. Replay value's good as well, because you'll either want to play it on your own or with a friend. Either way, there's the replay value on both. Just if you're just having a frustrating day, really, just load this in and bash some fools. I just love the fact that they keep doing that. Throwing grenades and boom. So there we are. Let's continue. I didn't mean to pause then. Anyway. So. The replay value, great. The playability, fantastic. Age range, pretty much any, to be quite honest with you. I don't think you're going to have too many problems. Even the younger gamers are going to lap this one up because, well, it's their way of getting their aggression out, isn't it? Instead of going into playground and beating up their friends. For good, yes. Anyway, that about wraps it up. So I'm going to leave you guys with a few minutes more footage. And it's great to welcome some new people to the channel. So hello to you. Hello to my existing subscribers. You guys are absolutely awesome. And sorry about the delay this week. I've not been overly well. So hopefully I'm on the mend now, and I'll be working on my next review today, actually. So there we go. Expect that in the next couple of days, and I will be back very soon with a brand new review. Anyway, you guys keep it safe out there, and I will catch you again. And just keep telling yourself, it's only a game, isn't it? Catch you later. Bye for now.
Incoming transmission.